Don't tell nobody. It's been like a week since I made this video and I've tried to do the voiceover for it multiple times. A lot has happened in my personal life and it's just been crazy. Anyway, we are spring cleaning my garage today. If you need to spring clean, feel free to put this video on and clean as I clean with me, or just watch it. Maybe it'll give you a little bit of motivation. Not everybody's garage looks like this, but mine's definitely does. So my garage tends to be storage all throughout fall and winter. Nobody really goes in there because it's cold, it's not insulated. So I myself tend to throw things in here and then I'll say I'll deal with them in spring. So it's spring and I'm dealing with them. Um, I'm going from top to bottom on my shelves. I know the floor is a mess, a trip hazard. I'm well aware. But I know that going from top to bottom is going to be easier for me. So that's what I'm doing. My shelves are from, they were Halloween masks. See, I still have Halloween in my garage. And that's not the only Halloween thing I find, actually. Um, my shelves are from Home Depot. They're all plastic, but they do hold up really well, and I have been enjoying them. Um, they're doing well. I do have metal shelving in my house too. I haven't noticed the difference. They both are working. So we're starting at the top, and the way that I do my garage is in a rotation. So I have teenagers that were kids not too long ago. And so I rotate the stuff on my shelves. I bring the winter stuff down in the fall and put the spring stuff at the top, as you can see from the left. And then in the spring and summer, I put the winter stuff up at the top and I bring the spring down. So what I'm doing right now is just putting the winter stuff back up. Now, my kids are teens, and I'm not sure how much of this we actually need to keep. But that wasn't what I was doing this day. I just want to go through and get things organized. And then hopefully, when life settles down a little bit, my teenagers could come in and go through some of these winter and spring toys and things and pass on what they're not going to play with anymore. We still have some, sorry if you can hear that laughing, my teens are playing. Um, we still have some like on open toys that I don't think my teens are ever going to use. So hopefully they could come in the next few days and go through these things and get rid of what they are no longer going to use. But right now we're organizing, and that yellow and black bin that you just see to the bottom left, that is my decor bin. I rotate my decor just like a lot of people do. And so I have a small bin for decor I'm not using at the moment. And so I'm just finding all the little pieces that have been floating around that I put in here last fall, so I could get the fall stuff out, and I'm putting them in that bin. And then you will see I realized that investing in more bins was a smart move. I tried to work with what I have. Like a lot of people right now, I don't have extra money for projects. I just don't. I have a gutter that just fell on my house. I have a window that shattered the very next day. I don't have money for extra projects. But I did invest in some more bins. It cost me less than $15 at Home Depot. And I did buy a few more bins, and I think the results are really nice, and it's really easy to find things now in my garage. I am all for working with what you have, but sometimes investing in certain things is the smart move. And so I did do that. I have a trash bag to clean up all the little trash that happens to, come around and just add up. And so this is me realizing that these bins fit on the shelf. I didn't realize that the bins were the same brand as the shelves. I don't know how I didn't realize that. And so the 27-gallon bins fit perfectly on these shelves. And so when I realized that they did, I looked around and I realized I should invest in more bins. It will help keep everything looking good and clean and just well put together. And so I did not buy a bin for every single shelf. I didn't want a bin for every single shelf. The bottom left shelf, you'll see I leave empty for our little grill. We have a little grill smoker wood pellet thing, and it fits perfectly on one of those shelves. So, and I was using it that day. That's why you won't see in this video. But I leave one of the shelves open for that. So I didn't buy a bin for every shelf, but I did buy a few more. And so, also another thing to remember when you're cleaning an area is that life changes. And when life changes, things change, okay? Some of these bins are not going to be outdoor toys forever. My teens will grow up. They won't play with outdoor things. They won't play with they probably won't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they will. The little paper airplanes, they're not paper, they're styrofoam. Little styrofoam airplanes, Maybe they will play with that as an adult because I don't know. I think they're fun. But yeah, just be willing to accept the fact that whatever you do now, it might change in the future, and that's completely okay. Sometimes you have to change things to make things work for you. See, we had that ball bag. It's the second shelf down to the left. That worked for us. At some point it was hanging on my wall, and then the hook ripped out of my wall. And so it doesn't work for us anymore. So I threw, and I think you will see it right now. I threw all those balls in that bin, and it works better for me right now. And I donated the ball bag, and I'm sure somebody else will be able to use it just as much as we did. It still works perfectly fine. We just don't need it. So life is ever changing, and I definitely realized that through cleaning. Things that worked for me one time might not work the next. You have to be open. There goes one of those airplanes. You have to be open when you're cleaning to things changing because it just happens. It's also part of the reason why I didn't mind investing in a few more bins this time around is because I know if I don't use them for outdoor toys, they will get used for something else at some point. Just remember when you are stacking shelves, any shelves with bins, always put the heavier ones at the bottom because you will bend shelves. Even metal shelves can get bent from having things way too heavy stacked on top. And so you don't want to deform your shelves. So make sure you put the heavy shelves at the bottom, the heavy shelves, the heavy bins at the bottom, the lighter bins up at the top. And we're going to just continue on. I made one bin my decor, which I had. One bin is all outdoor gardening stuff. That's the bin to the lower left. We love gardening. I do. I do like a driveway garden every year, but I don't think we're going to get to it this year because of price. But I still have my gardening bin. We have oh, that shelf right there, third one up to the left, is just our camping light, which came in really handy because we lost power way too much recently. Um, Bug spray, it's sunscreen, things like that. I have an air pump that I don't use anymore, but I don't want to get rid of because every summer somebody comes knocking asking me to borrow this air pump. And so I feel like if I get rid of it, I'm going to let some people down. So I keep the air pump even though I don't need it anymore. By the way, I noticed there's been like a scratchy sound when I record these voiceovers. I'm going to get another mic, but I just bought this mic not too long ago. I don't know why it keeps doing the scratchy thing. I cleaned it off. I did all the little tricks and it still does it. I'm sorry. I will get another mic at some point. Maybe I'll just try to record off my phone for right now and not use a mic. Yeah, so that shelf right there that I just put that stuff on, that's just like our sunscreen, bug spray, camping light, things like that. I do not suggest standing on these bins. Okay, I was teetering. I felt like I was going to break one. So now we have two outdoor toy bins, one gardening, one decor, and then we're just kind of putting the rest of this stuff up. I cannot wait to put out that flag. I always wanted a house flag. I bought one. I didn't realize how expensive the actual flags were. So I have a summer one and an Easter one and that's it. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal, but I can't wait to put it out. Just cleaning up and we are done organizing the basement. I didn't even go there. We're done organizing the garage. I'm really happy that this project is over with and yeah, we could check that off of our spring cleaning list.